Welcome to Music Appreciation. I'm Professor Stephanie Aragati. I started the Performing Arts program at Western Nevada College and have been running the program here for a very long time. After teaching this class for about 20 years, I stopped a few years ago to devote more time to developing the Western Nevada Musical Theater Company, which has over time become one of the largest musical theater companies in the state. Shutting it down because of COVID gave me time to revisit this class, revise it, update it, and make it an asynchronous online class. First, I hate the name of this class, but because it transfers system-wide, I can't change it. I can't make you appreciate music, but I can introduce you to music you may not have heard before that may become a new passion for you. I always hope for that when I'm planning my lectures. The name appreciation insinuates that you're just going to lay there and allow the music to wash over you. Not so. I will teach you what to listen for in each type of music so that you can become an active listener. Pay attention to what you're hearing. Be able to discuss it. Second, because this topic is so vast, this course will focus on Western civilization, European and American music. I may occasionally mention how other countries use scales or rhythms, but covering the information just about European American musical heritage is quite a bit to cover in a one-semester class, so that will be our focus. I also bring in some interviews with professionals so that you have a more personal understanding of the business of music and the process of creating it. Last, don't try to cram this class. Listening to music takes time. Stay on track with the course and absorb it. Take each module in turn, have a cup of coffee, pop popcorn, listen to the lectures, and soak it in. This is an open entry class, and you also can complete it at any time before the end of the semester. So whether you pace yourself normally or quickly is up to you. Regardless of when you complete the class, though, the admissions office can only process your grade at the end of the semester. You have reading assignments listed from your ebook in each module to reinforce and amplify what is said in the lecture. In 2 instances, the book is the sole source of information. This book does such a thorough job, for example, complete with videos and the instruments of the orchestra section, that there was no need for me to have a lecture saying that again. As you watch the videos, you will notice that the important terms are superimposed over the videos. Those are the terms that you need to be sure you understand when you're taking your 3 timed exams. Be sure to write them down and take notes. If you have any questions, please email me. My email address is on the syllabus. I check it many times a day, and I am more than happy to call you and chat if you would like. Now, to get started. Before we start studying the styles of music, you need to develop an understanding of some of the elements of music. While this Camian ebook does an excellent job breaking down and explaining the vocabulary that we will use to describe music, it does go into a little more detail than you would want in a couple of the areas, such as modes and harmonies. So I made my own lectures on that. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much of this type of information at the very beginning of the class. So you should watch at this point the sections in chapter 1 on pitch, dynamics, rhythm, and texture. They are very well done in the book, and again, since they did it so well, there is really no need for me to create another lecture repeating the same information. Then watch my lecture on modes and harmony. This will give you the vocabulary to understand the lectures in the early years of music history. It's important that you understand these terms, as you need to be able to use them correctly when answering questions on your exams or finishing your assignments. Later, when we get to the Baroque, you'll need to study the section on voices and the instruments of the orchestra when these instruments were developed and assembled into orchestras. Then I will cover the information on musical forms as we encounter them in each era. So let's begin. Please take a moment to introduce yourself in the opening discussion, read the syllabus, then dive into the course. Enjoy.